We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Today, there's an NFC fighting store between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Through the first quarter of this season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. Starting from the 5. Bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last one. Hey, Brock, I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On the double.
Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Back to throw. It's Lance. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Lance. Big strike here to Williams. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. Matthew Wright for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Milton. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Play fake, it's Milton. He rolls to his right. Chucks this one deep down the... He's got it down the sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Cougar Knights.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They're line with the extra point. And the Cowboys start off well, tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air, Lance. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Set, ready. 52.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense to the line fast. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Uses to Slaw, working the outside. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches.
Yellow. Cut.
Now it's Lance. Short pass, Bryant. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They gain 11 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Okay, now, blue stripe. Ready?
Rolling from the gun here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing his Lance. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Steal, black, down. Black,
They'll air it out on 3rd. Downfield, and Tislau has it. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
ready. Yellow, ready.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived with the ball dig to break things up. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Let's go.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game.
Yeah.
All 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Turpin with a return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Get up. Practice it.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. And it's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
19.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. It's a big strike downfield to Aguka. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
Ready, go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. He's got it in the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys trim the lead to 1. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Brings in the kick at the 9. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, set. 10 black. Drill green. Ready?
Here's Lance now. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You want to throw it into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go. Here we go. Green jet 33. Yellow.
Throwing again on second. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Blue 32. Claws red.
Here he goes, third and long. Quick slant, that's Williams. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line. Man, were they ever ready for it. Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
Winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. We're all knotted up at 14. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. So play number one almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number two has in store. Off the play fake, here's Milton. To the left and ruled in by Ferguson. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Looking to throw on third and long. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. He's down inside the red zone before hitting the net.
And the Cowboys first down.
60
Looking inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
70, Simba will track him 60.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Escapes out to the left. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 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 60 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Hilton now on third down. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
First and goal. Here's Taylor. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They go to him again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They made it 3 yards on the carry, which sets him up with third and goal at the 5.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. Third and goal.
Here we go.
Running with Taylor. And he's got to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming from the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Looking to throw, Lance. Lance Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Gibbs now from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
45.
Lance. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Hits him on the out route. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. After plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. Third and just 2 to go.
Ready.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, it's Lance. Now he's just thrown away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody just wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Chased out to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Down, slide through, 57.
Third and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Fourth down, pass coming. Buys time, rolling right. Throws this one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Blue 32, green down. Ready, go. Hut.
To the air, lands. On the move, headed right. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory. But that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Black shot. Ready. Cross it. Drill green. 6. Mega. Set hut.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point. Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Turpin with a return. He's out of bounds on that return, Brock, as that takes us into the break. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Milton. Buying some time right. Catches made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Draw. This is Taylor. And they'd love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to heavy rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Get up. 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. That's brought in, it's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Got that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
It's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he will not score, but that does set him up front with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go, set. Not Cowboy 80.
In the red zone now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Jackson now to return it. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Two set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Lance. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ready?
Here's Lance now. Escapes the pocket. Complete out to the right. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Here we go.
Now it's Lance. He's got it near the 10. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
Throws caught. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. Black, 95. Set.
Throwing is Lance. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact and he couldn't do it.
52 blaster. Hunt, hunt.
They're going to try to throw for it. He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions start the second half with some needed points. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 14. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Cowboys.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they try to paddle it forward, but only a couple yards there.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, Bobcat, check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey, check that. Street.
Taylor again. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Ready.
He'll work against the blitz. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Warriors 70. Ready. Check up.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Broncos.
They are throwing it again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. Jackson Smith and Jigba with a touchdown. Point after converted by Zerline. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
35. Lions 45.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Looking to throw, Lance. Well, his first Real mistake. That's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard's important and critical in the game of football.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
19 tight. 70 Timberwolves.
To throw, Milton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
A 53-yard attempt.
This kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown and field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now within 1 score in the 4th. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 16. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready?
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll start on the ground. Taylor. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, we're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Throwing from the gun here. It's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready? Don't check. Don't check. Big Lions. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4th. 4th down. Pass coming. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Lance. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Mental. Come on, set. Yellow, field, set.
To the air, Lance. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Flush out now to his left. Check it down to Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. There's a pause now. Somebody hurt on that play, and this is one to keep an eye on. It's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A 3rd down run with Blue. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
60 Eagles, 19 Charger, 19 Charger, Mustang 19.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys with a little more work to do to win it here. Third and just 2 to go.
Cowboy 80. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
19 tight, 19.
Looking to throw it. He connects downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. What a play on 4th down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taylor trying the left side. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first.
It's a loss of 2.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And screen here to Blue. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
You know, so often we hear of a pass and catch downfield taking timing and anticipation. Well, the screen is actually something that takes a lot of practice reps. There are so many moving parts, from the lineman to the running back to the timing with the quarterback. That's well done.
Viking 18. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go check. Go check. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
3-yard attempt.
It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
They look to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Exactly 60 seconds available to them in regulation. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Ready up.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
10 black. Cut, cut.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On comes Matthew Wright. A lot riding on this kick. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. The kick is good. He got it. That's going to do it for regulation. So some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those two series, it is next score wins. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Turpin with a return. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
Well, for a second there, Case, it kind of looked like, didn't it? They might not even need an opening drive of overtime. It wouldn't have won it for him anyway had he scored. They are sure happy to take this field position. They got to maximize it.
This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Handoff running left. It's Blue. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Hilton now on third down. Oh, big interception here. And it's picked off by Triquez Bridges. And the Lions surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. We've set it downs from 37. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Drifting towards a possible tie, but they could avoid that outcome, partner. If they can do something here, ready to operate on second down. Another one for Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Got it? Red, yellow. Let's go. Hut, hut.
Here's Lance. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, Kate, they don't lightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense is set. First and 10. From the red zone on first. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And that'll leave him with just one remaining in overtime.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Green Jack. Ready.
Throwing his Lance. And he pulls it in. That's a touchdown and ends this game. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Dallas.